Singapore. We're at the launch of the new Casio Edifice watch live on Facebook, and I think we're on at Pierre Gasly as well on Facebook. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Just landed a couple of hours ago.
Yeah. So let's just kind of reflect on your career. You know, remarkable time for you. 12 months ago, you weren't racing in Formula One. Fast forward to now, not only are you heading to your first Singapore Grand Prix, but you signed a Red Bull contract for next year as well. How do you kind of comprehend the events of the last 12 months?
I mean, my life, clearly in the last 12 months, has been pretty crazy. Last year at that time, I think I was racing in Japan in Super Formula, waiting for my opportunity in Formula One, and I got my first shot in Malaysia, September 2017. And then, in the space of 10 months, just try to make the best out of my opportunity in Toro Rosso, and many things changed in Formula One on the grid, and especially this year on the driver market. And then, I got that Red Bull seat for next season. So fantastic opportunity, and I'm really excited to get it started.
How do you cope with the highs and the lows as well? Because there's a time when it looked like you wouldn't get a Formula One chance, and now things have changed so dramatically. How do you keep focused? What do you?
I think it's a lot mentally. For me, I always believe that if I will keep pushing and keep doing the right things, at some point my opportunity will come, and you just gotta focus on yourself and try to always keep pushing, keep delivering, and try to extract the best of yourself. And at some point, I mean, if you work hard, I did believe that good things would happen, and it did. And we know it's a really difficult sport. There are a lot of parameters you need to have to come in Formula One, the performance and many other aspects. You need to be at the right place at the right time. It has not always been the case for me, but recently everything went in my favor, and that's why sometimes you gotta be patient, and everything fell in place in a pretty good way.
How hard are things for young drivers to make that impression now? We see Esteban Ocon, your compatriot, having a very difficult time trying to stay in Formula One, even though everyone knows he's super fast. Do you think there's a bit of an issue that Formula One needs to look at to kind of help you guys?
Clearly, I think the issue is there, and I don't know if it's getting more and more difficult, but clearly we are seeing it at the moment with Esteban, who no one knows what he's going to do next year. I think we also, I mean, I raced with Antonio Giovinazzi, for example, in Formula 2, who is a really talented guy, hard worker, and I think he deserves a shot in Formula One. And I think for young drivers, we see George Russell as well. Also for me, after winning GP2, I had a year in Japan, same for Stoffel Vandoorne, and we see it's pretty difficult. And I'm not the guy who can change the things, but clearly I think the Formula One should look at finding a way to make it not easier, but a bit more fair sometimes, when a proper talent deserves to be in F1, just to make sure that they stay there. And I think performance should be the only criteria to be on the grid. Yeah.
Is the answer, a third car solution? Does it need team bosses to be a bit braver and do what Red Bull have done with you to move you up quickly?
I think clearly when you see teams giving the chance to young drivers, I think it's really good. Of course, you need to deliver, but in Red Bull they've done it with Max. They have done it with me for next year. You see Ferrari is doing it with Charles as well, and I think it's great for us to give us such opportunities. After the third car, I think it will be difficult, because if you look at years when Red Bull was dominating massively, or even Mercedes in the new engine era, if you see like the same team, P1, P2, P3, the same team on the podium every weekend, then will not make Formula One so exciting. So it's difficult to find exactly the right solution, but clearly I think they should find a way to just give a chance to all the young guys that deserve to be on the grid.
And it's about taking the gamble on youngsters that they can deliver and won't make mistakes, because there's pressure on you next year to deliver. You could be battling at the very, very front of Formula One in just your second season. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, we are athletes, and for me, since I'm young, I'm a really competitive guy, and I want to fight at the top, and that it has always been my target to be there. So I'm exactly in the position I wanted to be, and I dreamed to be, and this is going to happen next year. So of course it means more pressure, more responsibilities, I'm aware of all this, and the pressure has been on since I was a kid because it hasn't been easy for me to get into Formula One, and every season I never knew if I would have the sponsorship to continue. So it's just a different level, Formula One. That's the highest level in motorsport, but I'm really excited about it. I'm next to a fantastic driver, Max, really talented at the moment, having great result, and I think for me it's a fantastic opportunity. So can't wait to get it started. Hopefully we'll be really competitive next year. Red Bull has always been competitive in the last few years, so I have no doubt about it, and it's pretty exciting times for me for next year.
We've seen some photographs of you kind of checking out the cockpit already for size at the last few races. Is the mindset already into next year and what you need to do to prepare?
I try not to think about it as less as possible because I need to finish the season with Toro Rosso, and I really want to make the best out of these last 7 races. They gave me my chance in Formula One. They were the first one, and they gave everything for me to show my potential since I joined the team, and it's really important for me to just give everything I have for them and try to score the few points we can until the end of the year. So I haven't for myself only the first complete season, so this weekend I'm going to discover a new track, same in USA. I still have things to learn. So no, I got to stay focused on this year. Of course, I have a lot of excitement inside me, thinking about next year, but the only thing I can do at the moment is just trying to make the best thing of what I have at the moment with the package I have with Toro Rosso.
And just finally, what expectations can we have as you make that step? We saw Bahrain this year. You were straight away good in the points and extracting everything from the package. Where
what
do you
we
go
can
from
expect,
there?
honestly, I think it's a bit too early to say. I think we need to wait pre-season testing next year to see the performance we have from the cars, new partnership between Red Bull and Honda, which is going to be something interesting and new. So we need to see all these things work together. But as I said, Red Bull have won 4 championships with Sebastian. They struggled a bit more in the last few years, but they have been always fighting for podiums, victories at some point during the season. So hopefully it will continue. We're going to have a similar performance. But yeah, I will answer you beginning of next year.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.